We have Roger Clinton escorting Heather Graham. And let's give a big hand for our bride and groom, Bella and Edward Cullen.
It took them 4 books to get to this point.
All right, let's have a round of applause for Janelle. Okay, so for some of you out there, some tips, some constructive feedback for Janelle. All right, I'll go ahead and do the Phil Donahue thing.
Trust me, I don't need a mic. Oh! Save it, the lawyer might help. All right. DJ Teddy from Boston M Synergy Music here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Best thing I can tell you to do, number 1, take everything, get it all written down, get the pronunciations of the word, their names down accurately, and above everything else, don't talk into your mic. If you've got a sheet, and I've done it too, you know you're looking because you're, how do you pronounce that? And you try to work through it. But if you have to, rehearse it enough times so that you're talking to your people. That's the big thing. You want to really reach out to them.
And we have the gentleman in the back right over there.
Just from Ohio, don't use the word I, use we, especially if you use work for a company. It looks a little bit more professional. You can say, I would like to introduce couples. I do with we. This is something I've learned, so. Very well done, though.
All right, gentleman right here.
When you're doing the introductions, it's probably the biggest chance you'll ever have to speak at a wedding. You'll make little announcements and things during the day, but that's your biggest chance. You're bringing in all the celebrities of the day. Slow down and savor it. Enjoy it and bring these people in like they're the biggest stars in the world. But you got to slow down and enjoy that a little bit.
And that's probably one of the toughest things that we encounter is you want to get it done fast, and you have a lot of people out there, but everybody, if you set it up right, everybody understands that you're going to be introducing these people. His suggestion, in case you didn't hear it, was to savor the moment and treat them like they're celebrities. Yes, sir.
Know what I mean? The introduction is the most important part of the party because that's when the party actually starts. So I make it a big deal. I get off on it. I say, ladies and gentlemen, first time ever as husband and wife. Here they are, brand new, Mr. and Mrs. And I extend it. I make it like this is the big moment. I try to make it like the most important moment of the evening because it is technically speaking. They're entering the room. The party officially starts when they enter the room.
And yes, sir, in the black shirt back there.
One of the things that I would say is probably a really good idea to get your guests to stand up first before you welcome everybody, because you want to get the excitement up, and that's one way to get everybody really involved in doing the grand entrance.
Well, in their grand entrance, make sure that if they want to be introduced as Mr. or Mrs.
Yes.
then
Yes, for those that didn't hear it, ask your couple how they want to be introduced into the room. Mr. and Mrs. Edward Cullen, Bella and Edward Cullen, the doctor and Mrs. Cullen.
Yes, sir.
I was just going to comment, I really liked her enthusiasm.
All right. Double thumbs up on the enthusiasm. Let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you very much. One last comment?
For all of our brides and grooms, we play 20% response to the real estate possible like that. And it's like,
all right, thank you. Everybody have a seat. Thank you so much. Oh, all right. Like I said before, we have a computer freeze up we're working on right now. So to go along with the introductions, one of the things that I've been doing here recently, which has found gives me a better feel, and particularly asking for a standing ovation without really, asking for one. Depending on how you deliver it, really inspires your audience to just get up and clap, Ladies and gentlemen, the happiest couple in the state of North Carolina, Mr. and Mrs. Bill Smith. Something like that, Keep it short, keep it sweet, try to build it up, be direct with your phrasing and your language. One of the other things that you have to do, if you're operating by yourself, and who among us isn't operating and doing actually two things at once, multitasking. You're playing your music, you're having to watch the procession of people coming in. So what you want to do is try to time that out. In this particular situation here, a great piece of timing would be to introduce your first couple, and let's say that we have instructed them to come all the way over to the stage. You could make your next introduction when your first couple gets right here, and then the next one comes in. So it's almost like a processional for a wedding ceremony. So if you time it like that, it'll give, number one, it won't look like you're rushing it. Number two, savoring the moment, as you pointed out, very rightly so. And then number three, it gives it a nice feel. And it gives you the opportunity to make sure that you can read what you've written. And if you have to make a song change, you can smooth that out as well. Yes, sir.
One suggestion that I would say is rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. Don't bring it off the paper because we'll mess it up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. In our situation here, we gave her 5 minutes.
If that.
Actually, we didn't give.
She did a great job.
And yes, and that's what we want to stress here is that, with somebody who's never done one before, we wanted to give her a comfortable, positive feedback. So now you're vulcanized. You can go out there and do these.
Okay, 2 more comments, and then we're going to go ahead and move along.
I just had a question.
Sure.
How do you, I think what I've noticed most is DJs that overuse ladies and gentlemen. Is there another way besides addressing to the audience as ladies and gentlemen? Because I go, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, it kind of gets overused. Do you have any other words that you can address the audience?
I tend to borrow a page. Sometimes shorter is better. Everyone instead of ladies and gentlemen is one way to shorten it up. And good evening, everyone, instead of good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Or how about just playing good evening if you're doing an introduction? Don't say everyone or ladies and gentlemen. Acronyms. Always be happy to carry around a little acronym book if you're working on scripting in your office, and you can definitely shorten up stuff by looking up phrases and different words. And one more back there.
All right. Well, I'm going down with what the gentleman said here in regards to rehearsals. For those of you that are just getting into this, explain to your bride and groom, meet with them and go over after rehearsal with them. Even if they're just walking through, you want to see what they're doing, because that's helped me tremendously versus them showing up and you're there and you don't know exactly what they're doing, or they've changed something. So if you can get in on that rehearsal, get in on that rehearsal.
All right, excellent feedback. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.